Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to, man, I always forget what the heck I'm about to play. Divinity Enhanced Edition, or oh no, it's Divinity Original Sin Enhanced Edition. Boom, got it. All right. After a little bit, but honestly, I cannot really remember what happened. Victoria, Kitty Love. That's right. I remember that. Shipless sailors. We did find out that we can send them to the Fabulous Five. Yeah. It's weird. But I don't know. I don't remember what the heck's up here. But I have been playing on my own a little bit. I'm not any farther. I'm actually just around the same spot. But I'm playing the lone wolf, playing with the lone wolf thing, and the lone wolf thing is a little interesting. And then I also took a character that had teleportation, and holy crap, I gotta tell you, teleportation is amazing. There's remember that, like, right over, I gotta think about it. Right, this is the entrance, so you walk up here. Right across this bridge, there's this trapdoor right here. Well, in there, you can teleport because there's an option to see through there. Then it like pops you up. Shit, somewhere over here. I don't know, there's a locked door somewhere. Now when you go over there, it's not terrible. Did we see this yet? No, we have to get permission, that's right. But there are some awesome things in there. There's lots of unidentified things. Excuse me. I very much apologize. I do still feel a little sick. Not terrible, but...
Well, Mayor Cecil will be happy to see the likes of a source hunter. Welcome to the Town Hall of Cecil.
Thank you.
A source hunter will always receive a warm welcome at the Town Hall of Cecil. I'm sure Mayor Cecil is looking forward to making your acquaintance.
Thank you. But, so, I'm just a little bit farther. Not terribly too much farther. I did find a whole bunch of unidentified stuff in there. Okay, wait. Not Medora. Caitlin has it. Come here, kitty, 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 kitty! Maxine, yeah.
Oh, golly gosh. One who flaunts the highways and byways of silly old Cecil with the easy elegance of a puss with her tail in the air. I do declare such a sight is rather rare around here.
Is it?
But where are my manners? I am Maxine, and you must be one of those hunters one hears so much about. Charmed, I'm sure.
Alright. So, what about yourself?
I'm the mayor's cat, don't you know? Born and raised on velvets and viands of most exquisite varieties. Maxine rhymes with queen, after all, and dearest. That is hardly a coincidence.
Is it? What about Unsinkable Sam?
He's a darling old Tom, isn't he? Paws over tails in love with me, and who can blame him? The feeling's, well, it's rather mutual, actually. But that pet of a puss simply doesn't have a penny to his name.
He doesn't need a penny to his name. He's got you.
At the risk of sounding as shallow as a spaniel, I can't but admit my love does not come unconditionally. What if we were to have kittens, he and I? They'd jolly well starve, wouldn't they? With an alley cat for a papa.
Oh.
Oh dear Sam, he's such a good old bean. But he does rather reside at the bottom of the scratching pole, doesn't he? And dear me, one must have at least a mite of standards.
Come on, Maxine.
But of course, darling. Be my guest.
Do you fear the undead?
Heavens forbid. No, fear is rather too strong a term there, hunter dearest. The predator's instinct is a trait we share, you and I. And though those rancid ramblers may not be quite as easy to put to the claw as mice are, I assure you, they are just as easily outwitted.
That's good to know. And I apologize if you can hear the wind blowing. It is... I live in the windiest state in the United States.
Oh, this quaint little town is a tad too parochial for one of my more urbane tastes. But one has to make do, hasn't one? The fresh sea air does go to great lengths to invigorate one's spirit, that much I'll admit. And it is rather jolly to watch the ships sail in laden with all kinds of exotic wares, full of the little treats the mayor likes to spoil me with. Darling dotes on me so.
Alright, well thank you. Now let's check out the log. Kitty love. We learn from Maxine that she doesn't want to spend her lives with a cat who may not be able to provide for her kittens. I wonder if that means we gotta go talk to Unsinkable Sam once again. Let's talk to this gentleman. Who's this? No. Okay, that's your living area. Okay, well let's talk.
What? Oh, it's you. Come closer then. Closer, huh? My ears aren't what they used to be. Nor my eyes, for that matter. Yes, hello, Source Hunter. Our city welcomes
Well, thank you. Alright, what about yourself?
My elf? What elf? Oh, myself. I am Cecil, Mayor of Cecil, and husband of the stately Cecilia. I've been the mayor here for decades, and I'm quite eager to see Cecil through these difficult times. Yes, very difficult times.
Okay, well it's
indeed.
definitely difficult now, buddy.
What? Oh, you mean Cecil? Very difficult times indeed. As though the death of Jake and by source magic no less weren't enough. We're also facing all sorts of brutish intruders.
Huh.
The undead have overrun all but one northern trade route, while the orcs are making a habit of savaging our beaches. That's not to mention that at the top of this whole caboodle, there's rumors of some new religious sect or cult or some such sticking its tendrils into the innocent, seven-fearing folks of Cecil.
That's interesting.
And, while we're on the subject of troubles, I myself have a private matter I'd like to bring to your attention. It involves a magic relic I rather foolishly sought. A weapon called the Staff of Pergamon.
Pergamon. What is this staff?
What of what now? Oh, you're speaking
Oh,
gibberish.
Cecil.
Ah, you mean the Staff of Pergamon? Yes, yes. I was expecting a shipment of weapons, and among the cargo was this very powerful, very rare staff. I managed to place the order through means somewhat atypical to a government official.
Okay.
Cecil proved an old fool, though. For the merchant slated to deliver it to me has just informed me that the damn thing has gone missing. I fear it may have fallen into the wrong hands, and I wonder if you could retrieve it for me.
If I retrieve it, will you give it to me? That'd be awesome.
His name is
Conrad.
captain of the Tide Splitter, a merchant ship.
Dude, I know what that is. I know who that is.
You can talk to him if you think it'd help, but I'd quite like to avoid getting the Legion involved if you don't.
Yeah, I know exactly who Conrad is. I remember talking to him.
The staff itself contains a shard of an ore, highly valued for its use in the weapons of war. I know use of the material to be forbidden, but I was desperate to do something to aid the townsfolk against the
That's alright, I get it. I get it. What about Jake's murder?
Jake murdered? Oh yes, yes, now I recall. Indeed, I could hardly believe it myself. The council and I have certainly had our differences over the years, but old squabbles evaporate under such circumstances.
Really?
Most of the townsfolk are certain Jake's wife Esmeralda is responsible. In fact, the Legion have taken her into protective custody to keep her safe from
Holy
the mob.
crap.
As you can imagine, I've known Esmeralda for years. That business between her and the Duke of Ferrol was always a bit suggestive. But I've never had cause to suspect her of violence. Still, one never knows for sure.
Okay, so Jake or Esmeralda may not be it, and Duke of Ferrol was, yeah, pushy.
All right, bloke. Apart from all this Esmeralda nonsense, the whole town knows the only goal of his business trips to Cecil is to spend a night or two at the King Crab Inn with Mrs. Counselor.
Ooh. Okay, what about the undead in Cecil?
What? The undead? Yes, for the past 2 years, those blasted skeletons have all but suffocated this city. With all but one trade route overrun, Cecil's once torrential commerce has slowed to a pathetic trickle.
Yeah, it kind of happens.
Well, I do believe that's something your parents ought to have discussed with you long ago, Source Hunter. But I suppose if you really don't know, I'd be remiss if I didn't at least explain the basics. Ah, you see, when a lady and a fellow find each other rather nice, well, rather more than nice, they occasionally, well, oh, this This is nonsense. I'm the mayor for the seventh sake. I can't be bothered to chat all day about the birds and the bees when Cecil's under siege by orcs, undead, and cultists.
Okay, so I remember Victoria. And Victoria is his daughter or something like that. Let's talk about the pet.
Maxine? What in heaven's name are you? Oh, you mean the mongrel that's always skulking about the place?
The mongrel.
I spent months trying to teach that worthless hound how to fetch, and it sat through every lesson looking at me as if I were an idiot. Man's best friend, my
It's a
eye.
cat.
I've always been more fond of cats myself. Oh yes, the Fabulous Five. Aren't they simply fantastic? I'm sure they'll get the job done in no time, especially with your expert hand lent to their cause.
Huh.
That machine Ahu built is an abomination. It must be stopped at all costs. I bet the wizard himself could provide some advice regarding how to destroy it. He's the mad scientist who crafted it after all.
I don't get that. Didn't you work for a trio of sailors?
No. All my clothes are in fine condition, thanks. I've been going to the same tailor for years.
Sailors, but that's okay. What's in your library?
That depends. What kind of berries are you interested in exactly? Ah, the library. Yes, you must have a visit. It's the gem of Cecil. Would you like to have a look? I'll escort you upstairs myself.
Yeah, let's go.
Marvelous.
Alright, let me...
I knew that dark-dealing old man.
Oh yeah,
dabbled
the
in
staff.
source.
We can go
To
talk
the
to
gallows, I say.
the Conrad the Merchant, which I know exactly where he is.
What? Oh, yes. This library is the jewel in Cecil's crown. The beacon of culture and learning in our fair city.
Sweet.
My Victoria has every volume you could possibly imagine, and she's got every speck of information about this place packed into her brilliant brain. Yes, Victoria's come a long way from that little bundle of claws and teeth I adopted so long ago. Ah, it brings a tear to my eye just seeing her here among her beloved books. What? Oh, yes. I'll be on my way back downstairs now. Please introduce yourself. I know Victoria will be happy to make your acquaintance.
I'd love to meet her.
Does have a propensity for all things naughty.
Oh, that was him, okay.
Lesser key of Sadakandras. Ugh, what nonsense. The pseudo-monarchia
Where the fuck is this guy? Oh no, I know Jahan.
Omnes autem mali demones. What is this? Who are you to interrupt my musings? By Naga, the protector, they have the manners of boors, these... Oh, but perhaps I spoke too soon. Perhaps I was mistaken. For you hardly resemble the local fisherfolk, which, incidentally, is a compliment of copious dimensions indeed. No. A source hunter, that is what you are. Yes, a stalker of sorcery, a chaser of charms pernicious. In truth, I cannot go so far as to say it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, for I take no pleasure in the company of man. But it may just be to our mutual advantage to join forces nonetheless.
Sure.
Why? Simply because you hunt source, and I, Jahan, hunt
Jahan,
demons.
sorry.
You are aware, of course, that quite often both of these pests frequent the same shadowy pools of infamy. Now, I hate what I hunt, but I respect its cunning. Should I not, I'd have been decimated, body and soul, long since. This is a sentiment I'm quite certain you must recognize. Let there be strength in cunning, yes, but also in numbers. The calculus of wizardry I offer you. The might of the magician's mastermind. On one condition. That on our joint travels we will never deal with demonic entities, no matter how tempting their propositions. Give me your word on this, and I'll weave you spells.
Demonic? Okay, sure.
Where's the third one gone?
Alright, let's do it.
Very well. There will be no deals with demons.
Agreed.
Do it.
Most gratifying. I see you are firm of purpose.
So we are all together. Oh. Fire is light for me. Alright. Let's check.
The knight
Let me
in
actually.
see-through armor.
No.
Princess Buttercup with the blushing
Inventory.
bottom. Esmeralda does have a
durability.
propensity for all things naughty, hasn't she?
I do not have a staff. Just two. No, it's not. For some reason I thought. Yeah, I do. Alright. Send to Medora. Go to Caitlin really quick. It's a wand, not a staff. That is also a
Place this book
wand.
here.
Here we
Volume
go.
of poetry among novels.
Send Jahan.
Rack. What mayhem.
And then go to Medora really quick. Equipment. Oh, hers is better. Just kidding. Okay. Jahan. Equipment. He's got Jahan's quarterstaff. He is. What level is he anyway?
Place this book here. A volume of poetry
Should say it somewhere, right?
novels.
Right.
Mayhem.
I can do either water or he's got +8. We'll just leave that one. It's got the water resistance. Did I just unequip that?
Volume 1,
I
volume 2.
did.
Where's
There you go,
the
Jahan.
third one gone?
Jahan.
Shut so. Sometimes I think these books sprout little legs in the night.
Whoa, hello. Victoria.
In the name of Amun-Hor, I bid thee Tujda Geta-Hal. Be welcome, human. My library is yours, as I hope your friendship is mine. I am Victoria, daughter of Mayor Cecil. Oh, I know what you're thinking. The likeness isn't exactly striking, is it? When I was very young, you see, I must have been cast out by my tribe, for I was found in a wicker basket floating past Cecil toward the sea. The fisherman who found me would have drowned me on the spot, for I am an orc after all. But praise be Amun-Hor, dear Cecil was among the gathered crowd, and he took pity on the exiled infant that chance had put in his way. He raised me like I was his own, this kindest of souls, taught me the language of men, their customs and their letters. Thus, I became the city's librarian, a position I uphold with no small diligence and
Cool.
pride.
I don't want to take books, but can I read books?
Indeed you may. The wisdom I here hoard is yours to peruse and even take with you. All I can ask is that you return the books you borrowed so that others may enjoy them too.
Okay. Now what about Mr. Elf?
Oh, do pardon my language, my friend. But that is quite the startling revelation. So much sadness, so much anguish. Eglandir's tale is heartrending, though it seems that in the pursuit of retribution, he has himself become as great a ghoul as those that wronged him. Does he not see that I am now the one who is to be wronged? Why, oh why must he make me, of all gentle-minded and life-loving creatures, why must he make me the target of his imperishable hate? Whom have I ever harmed? I live for books, not brutality.
Boom.
So, let us approach the situation with reason and ask ourselves, where do we go from here? Though, first let me say this. From my heart, I thank you for warning me. I thank you and I trust you. So pray, let me pose the question. What do you advise we should do?
Oh man, this is difficult. So I could either... Oh yeah, let me see if I can trade with her. What's she got? Forgotten language of... Oh wow. A fairy. It's expensive. Oh. Okay. Sorry. I could have him arrested, or I could pretend Victoria is dead and take her amulet. Which does not sound terrible, but we could just go arrest this old bitch right now. Oh, I don't know. Alright.
My amulet? But it is Haxmaji, a sacred token that houses the presence of my ancestors. No, I cannot part with my talisman, the keepsake of my soul.
Wow, I could reason, but I only got one. No, that's alright. You can keep it. We could just go arrest this old bitch.
Fizoda! Yes, a capital notion. Let him be brought before the law for his schemes. I am an innocent, and Eglindir would see me dead. That is a grave offense, is it not? It would probably be better if you rather than I informed Captain Aureus, though. He bears little goodwill toward me ever since my more savage brethren have been marauding the beaches
I have to go
and killing
talk
his
to
legionnaires.
Ares. Okay, thanks. I'm gonna read some books though. If that's cool with you.
That's enough of that now.
Yeah, sorry. You can have that. Can I read this? Traditional drama, I don't. Story goes, two adventurers, lovers two, Cyrus and Sarah sailed west and Farrell.
Princess Buttercup.
Find land on the other side. They took with them sufficient provisions for 5 months of travel. Only during the last week of 6 months did they land upon the land they would come to call Cecil. Oh God, what? Oh God. Headless Nick. Maybe we could put it to good use. Okay. Dude, there are so many classes, it's not even funny. Potion desk. Rosy books. Rosy books. I could open the rosy books. Nothing. Nothing.
Does have a propensity for all things naughty,
Adventurer's Field Guide 4. Any old kitchen knife can be carved into a deadly dagger at the right amount of time on my anvil.
The knight in see-through
On my dagger, awesome.
Princess Buttercup with the blushing bottom.
Go up here.
Esmeralda does have a propensity for
Philosophy of death. What? Let us briefly discuss life and death, the great opposites, the great equals. Death is greater than life, so saith the priest, for in death comes a God's just reward. But if this must be true, whether that reward shall be the solace of heaven or agony of hell is decided during one's lifetime and thereafter. Therefore, life is much greater than death, for it is the decision maker. And what of those who care for not the gods, who question the afterlife, the existence of deities? Life is one's own goal, they say. A wise sentiment, one echo, and that even priests could do well to heed. But oh, how often? Okay. What is that?
The knight in see-through. What do you think you're doing?
Sorry. I thought you said I could read everything. Why can I not read that? That makes no sense. Blank earth scroll. Makes no sense, girl. Some smith Sevener instead of mold a fine metal shield. After I buy one, my first order of business is to find the nearest anvil, hammer the kinks out of it. The shield, I mean, not the anvil. Okay. So anything red, pretty much don't touch. A pirate's life for me. I don't really want to read all that. Cracking up the crowd. Much like making love, comedy requires equal parts passion and delivery. Fear for the stage, or fervor for the stage is not enough. No, the truly successful comedian will study the details of the craft, bro. Countless loud, okay. During a dwarven's funeral, the beats of the casket, okay, whatever. Another log, gosh dang it. Well, we're gonna read this too. You ever tried consuming a guinea mushroom? You'll know full well the manner of effect it will have. Most Revlon mushrooms have some sort of effect on the human body, and their essence can be squeezed into potions to enhance their effects. Nice. That's awesome. Fire resistance potion, nice. No books I cannot see. Patty Cake, Volume 2. Baking bread in the city. Sorry, I don't want that. Adventurer's Field, read that. It's way on top of the freaking thing. Famous idea to mold the fine metal. Oh, I already read that. Okay. I'm not going to take any of it. I don't need any of it. He Who Smelted Delta, Volume 1. Origin of Iron. Fun with Fluids, Volume 5. Warrior Slow and Clumsy. Alcohol. Oh. Nice herbal tea enhances one's best qualities. Oh, nice.
Here. A volume of poetry among novels. Rack. Mayhem.
Alright, back downstairs. Oh, I did find something else out, by the way. You can... Gosh, what was I gonna say? You can lay in a bed and heal. You can heal up.
Oh, you haven't left town yet, have you? Jolly good. Join me, why don't you, for a
Never mind. I don't want to talk to you. Thought I could tell you something else, but nope.
Such
Let's go check out Unsinkable Sam really quick.
magnificence incarnate.
Slank and sharp. I wouldn't trust a cat as far as I can throw. And I'm a world league cat tosser.
Sam! What? Meow.
I think I'll sleep high. So there's the rub. I am but a stray, and she is the mayor's cat. Oh, I do understand her, I do. She wants a tom of means, not privation. One who brings home the sardines, and the occasional wood that I still had my collar. Such a marvel it was, as bejeweled as the night sky with precious stones, said to have once been worn by a far-off Maharaja's best hunting cheater. Like the king of all cats I looked when I wore it. A gift bestowed upon me by a princess whom I had kept company during a long and perilous voyage. A precious band of gemstones, lost as I was tossed around by the waves like a ball. Among the waves it remains, I imagine. Worn perhaps by a crab who fancies himself a Caesar with it. If only I could be the Caesar again.
Okay.
And Mexico.
Log updated. Oh yeah, I forgot I had this next. Found a book listening some tried and true jokes, maybe we can put to good use. Maybe. Sam told us that he used to wear a fancy collar. If we could find it, Maxine might be convinced. Means we gotta find it first, though. That's the problem. Where do we find it? Kind of nervous to go down there. That's a lot of... We're like collecting quests like none other. I went and played on my own thing. I went and played on my own character. Not that I'm gonna record. And playing the lone wolf, and I have teleportation. I don't have pet pal, so I can't talk to anybody. It is so difficult. Like, it's not difficult yet. I don't know if there's gonna be anything special later on, but it is pretty. Whoops. It's strange that when I go around and stuff,
I'm warm as fresh apple pie.
I could do with a cold drink.
I don't know why my controller's shaking.
I'm overheating here.
No, we're not. Shut up.
Oh, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, there it is.
Esmeralda. Wait, Esmeralda? Let's go talk to Esmeralda. Yeah, I don't know why my controller's vibrating. It's kind of strange. Because I'm warm, or someone's fighting, or I don't know. But yeah, I don't have pet pal, so I don't have any of these quests. Like, I have a couple, but not even close to as much as I do here.
I've been mauled. I'll be disfigured for life.
Come on with the drip.
Hey, who's that then? Come on, stand where my good eye can see you.
Easy, Toe. That's the source hunter you're talking to.
She may have the look of a woman if you squint hard enough, but she's no more than a wild animal. We got reports of a strange-looking outsider skulking through the town with her bow drawn. I found her crouched behind a tree, taking aim at a fat old rat trotting along the city walls. I tapped her on the shoulder to see what was what, and the beast startled like a wild cat and lunged right at me.
Bit tell you right in the face, she did. It wasn't pretty, and now it's got a chunk ripped off it.
Damn.
Enjoy it while you can, Ver. There's not another legionnaire in the cohort that'll have you if I go rabid.
I'd say you ought to take her off our hands if you had the space. Though we couldn't guarantee she'd do more than piddle on the floor and maul your furniture.
Ice blue eyes, narrow beneath a heavy brow streaked with sweat and dust. Her hands tense into claws, held at the ready.
Her brow knits together, but something in her pose relaxes. She clears her throat. I am Bear Daughter. I have not come here to find trouble with the Screech woman. She only startled me. And you are a source hunter. I have heard many tales of your order. Your history is long and honorable.
All right.
This woman here, the one who now plots her revenge, she crept behind me while I was hunting, and I only defended myself. I would not hurt an innocent Screech woman on purpose.
What is a Screech woman?
But soon their swords were upon me, and they forced me into this cage meant for dogs. Mother would rip the fur from her chest if she could see how they keep me.
Their daughter remains silent.
This woman here, but soon there's...
How do I get her out?
Careful, Source Hunter. If I keep my eyes off this cage, the beast's liable to risk an escape. You don't think it's infected, do you?
Okay, so I don't get it. Right. Whatever. I don't have to get it. Let's go up into this building, if I can run fast enough. Oh, there's boxes though. Crates, I'm sorry. Water, I'll take that. And it sounds like that lady, she looks like another rogue. Or not a rogue, but like a bow-wielding person. And I don't really think we need another...
One coin or two, noble spirit? One coin, thank you, kind one. May the soul of Astarte smile upon.
I don't know why I gave him money, but 90 XP. Why did I get 90 XP? But what was I saying? I don't even freaking remember. I already forgot. Cedric.
I'll excite you. I'll delight you. I'll beguile you. I'll besmile you. I'm Cedric the Sensational, and I'm playing to an empty audience. Don't pity me. No, sir. Just a few years ago, I was the all-singing, all-dancing, all-sensational darling of the town. People came from far and wide just to witness my amazing act. When Reginald came, he brought some fantastic prop with him. Now, have you seen it? A talking head. Now, I never expected a silly gimmick like that to be my main competition.
Okay.
It seems even my usually choosy audience has been taken in by that hack's little gizmo. I'm a man of skill, sleight of hand, feats of wit, and pure entertainment. This curio is ruining what used to be an art. And even when there's no crowd to speak of, old Reggie still has at least one fan calling bravo and hee-haw. Sure as the sun sets, that one devotee attracts 5 more, and those 5 more all curious about the commotion. I don't know how he inspires such loyalty with less talent contained between his hat and his boots than I've in my crusty handkerchief.
Nasty. New log. Warning. We met Cedric, frustrated entertainer at the fair, who told us he was desperate to attract a crowd. Okay.
Show all of them. Cecil, what you're made of.
Who's this? Stage master or something.
And who are you supposed to be?
could have been one of the greats. But here I am gathering peasants to watch peasants perform broadside pageants for peanuts.
Huh, you got a pretty bad case of the hiccups there.
No, really? I hadn't noticed. If not for this ridiculous condition, you'd know me as the king's favorite thespian.
Huh, okay.
Don't you have an impressive library here in Cecil? I'm sure that beast of a librarian could rustle something up.
Yeah, I found 2 things, thanks.
Take it up with Katerina. She's the master of this pig circus after all.
Okay, thanks. I don't know why you're calling it a pig circus.
Bravo, bravo! Come on!
Oh, Patty Cake, Volume 1.
By the zombie ate your dog? Orc sunk your ship? No matter! You're at Katerina's fair, a veritable summer home for troubled minds. Won't you take a seat and let our esteemed entertainers whisk you off to a better place? Well, I'm Katerina the Fair, fairest first lady of the fair, of course. I do love making the acquaintance of my patrons, and who knows which of them might become one of my performers.
One of your performers, which one?
I've an open stage in want of talent, and I've often found the best young performers among the rank and file of the audience.
Oh, really?
The theatre's fever has overcome you, has it? Marvelous! I do so love a fresh green talent ready to bloom. But I support players, not writers, you see. If you want to perform here, you'll have to find tried and true material. Check the library and see if any of the classics there interest you. I'd love to see a Source Hunters take on one of the old standards.
Really? Ooh.
Right away, my dear, just as fast as your boots can carry you. You found something decent to perform, I trust, and you've gathered enough actors to do it justice.
Hopefully.
Speak to Master Chaucer if you're ready for your debut. He alone can adequately prepare you for the stage.
Okay. Pharaoh and Katerina said we can put on a show if we find some interesting material to play, and we already did. Come here, chicken. Chicken. Rooster, I'm sorry, that's a rooster.
Equality and brotherhood for all. Will turn the ragged cleaver of decapitation upon you. Revolution is coming.
Revolution is coming.
What a tale!
It is said, and this I have heard from a ghost who knew Elbach, who knew Elbert, who is said to have known Sigurd himself, that the king...
You there! Take a seat! Prepare to laugh your head off! Cry up! Yes, I know of that talentless bull. He was here entertaining the troops before I was brought in. I'm sure the hack simply bored his audience to tears until they cried for a replacement. Enter Reginald the Illusionist. We need our boys in red happy, relaxed, and ready to fight. Not wasting their energies cringing at a fool with a depressed rabbit in a borrowed hat.
That's rude. What about your talking head?
That's right. A talking head. And he doesn't just talk. He'll weave you a yarn so fantastic, you'll be begging to hear just one more, and just one more. It's quite a story how I found him.
Well, let's hear the story. Let's do it.
I obtained this curio by some rather sensational means. You see, I was diving in search of a rare medicinal sea herb. I volunteer in the local children's apothecary on weekends, in the shallows around Cecil's own Black Cove, when I spotted something amazing. The chest belonging to the fabled Captain Pontius.
Plot twist.
Though the chest was stuck fast, I summoned a swell of great strength and prized it free from the ancient rock. I had the treasure of a lifetime in my very hands. But then, slurp, gulp, I was swallowed by an ornery kraken that seemed to appear from nowhere.
A kraken, okay.
In the hubbub, I lost hold of my prize and watched it sink to the bottom of the beast's cavernous belly. Still, I feared only for a moment that all was futile. Before my mind's eye swam the faces of the many war widows and necrotic orphans who would be lost without my charitable support. I knew I had to live.
You knew you had to.
Grabbing fast to the hilt of a cutlass that floated by at just that moment, I summoned all my strength to slash a great gash in the creature's gut.
What?
Freeing myself from my would-be tomb, I swam as quickly as I could, first to the surface and then to the shore.
Okay.
It was there, along the rocky beach, that I tripped over this talking head. Strange, isn't it?
Okay, I'll take my leave. It's nice to see you. I'm not giving you money.
Re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Oh, excuse me, I'm trying to prepare for the next show. Autographs will have to wait until the end. I doubt I have to tell you that I am the amazing singing Stefan. The only sentient severed head in Cecil. My audience sings my praises from hill and dale.
Really?
Psst, you're a source hunter, aren't you? Oh, bless the seven. Look, you've got to help me. I've been
Kidnapped.
Pleasure to meet you. Now, please, Stefan has many fans to meet today. Psst, help me. Take me to Reginald's cellar. There I will reveal everything.
Reginald's? I don't even know what Reginald is, dude.
It won't be the worst indignation I've suffered.
That is enough of that now!
Hey, bro. You want some money?
For more, I see! What a generous spectator! Find a seat in the front? I think you've gotten quite familiar enough by now, thanks. Keep your paws in your pockets, if you please.
Dick.
Re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Oh, excuse me, I'm trying to prepare for the... What do you call a source hunter who finds a way to draw a crowd away from where he or she would like to perform a clandestine operation? A resourceful hunter. Come now, it can't be that hard to find something to draw off the attention of this bleeding herd.
Okay. Well, that means we gotta make our own? Maybe? Let's check the logs. Chance a severed head who asked us to trade him. Take him to Reginald's cellar to talk in privacy. Headless Nick, okay. Dude, oh, ball
The stage calling you. What is it this time?
I want to make a...
Tell me when you're ready to begin, and I'll show you.
I'm ready to begin. Yeah, let's do it.
And ready for your trial by fire, you mean?
Two-man show.
No more savage foe than not planning on playing to an empty audience, are you? Wait until I've gathered some victims to witness.
You hear distant mutterings of curiosity as a small crowd shuffles toward your stage. A few moments longer, and
let's begin.
Now, let's not be hasty. They may be dragging their feet, but your show is sure to knock the crowd's socks off as soon as they settle into their seats.
Oh, I gotta wait. Oh. How do I get out of this weird screen? I'd like to see these people sit down. Like I can barely see it. Just 3 or 4 or something?
The stage is yours.
Oh shit. What am I supposed to be doing? Now, Cyrus, I can't take another moment abroad the death barge. I'm starving, I'm sick, but I'm not fine, safe. Oh, goodness.
Simply marvelous.
The crowd seems to know the tale. They wholly approve of your beginning.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Fantastic.
Fantastic. Sweet. I'm sick. We'll find no safe refuge.
an
Oh, I know this one. This one's the, right here. Here we go. There, look. Look.
The crowd is thrilled. Whatever will happen next is sure to excite them.
Oh, I hope there's an encore. Good show.
Must be losing the hole.
The crowd seem quite impressed with your delivery. Keep it up.
All right.
Good
We're gonna do this. Look, Steely, up there beyond the mist.
The crowd gasps.
The edge of the seats. Come on, push them over.
Go on. Push them over.
It's too late. I'll rip out your throat. That'd be funny.
Bravo!
Land!
Fantastic.
Gasps ring out across
They
the
simply
audience.
must.
They must know how it ends. They simply must.
Yawn. That'd be funny as shit.
The crowd explodes into applause and appreciation. You've woven them a tale of desperation and hope, and they are alive with the thrill of it.
Boom. I'm badass.
I haven't seen a show
Alright.
like that in years.
Yeah, save this.
I'm all a quiver.
Okay. But I am going to end it here as soon as it saves. Woo! Heck yeah, man. I know a badass. Where you guys going? Don't go that way. Go. No.
Come on! Come on!
Alright, so I will see you guys next time. I want to thank you guys for watching. And you guys have yourself a fantastic day. Bye.